In this section, we're going to do a little quick review of rounding. I know we've already been rounding some already in the class, but let's make sure that everybody's down pat on what to do correctly. So you can look at this place value table. If you're looking at numbers greater than 0, or, well, they could be negative, but numbers to the left of the decimal, we'll say that. Then you have the ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, hundreds, thousands. You could go up to millions, 10 millions, 100 millions, and then billions, and so forth. To the right, you would have the tenths. The first place is called the tenths, not the oneths. I don't even know how I'd say that. So the first place to the right is the tenths place. Then 2 decimal places would be the hundredths. 3 decimal places is the thousandths. 4 decimal places is the 10,000ths. And 5 is the 100,000ths. I don't see you ever having to round past that. If so, I'll tell you how many decimal places. Let's look at a few examples. So round 22.14751612 to the nearest tenth. I don't even want to say that all the way out. So the nearest tenth is the very first place to the right of the decimal. And the next number is a 4. So we don't need to round up because it's less than 5. If it's 5 or greater, we would round up. So rounding to the nearest tenth, we would have 22.1. Example 2 says round 4.71655123 to 4 decimal places. 4 decimal places would, by the way, be 1, 2, 3, 4, the nearest 10,000th. Just so you know, if it ever tells you to round to the nearest 10,000th, I think I spelled that wrong. The D in there. Then that means to round to 4 decimal places. So 4 decimal places would be at that 5 there. And since there's a 5 in the next spot, then we need to round it up. So we'd have 4.7166. Front end rounding is when you round to 1 digit in the front and the rest are zeros. So what that means for us in example 3 is that 12.75 would round to $10. We're only taking the first number, the 1, and rounding it up. So 28.57 or $28.57, the 8 rounds up the 2, so that would round to $30. $165, the 1 would round up to a 2 because of the 6 being greater than 5 or 5 or greater. So that would round to $200. And $87, the 8 would round up to 9 because of the 7. So that would be $90. Estimating will greatly depend on the problem and what it asks you to do. But in this case, It says Corey wants to buy a jacket for $112, two tops that cost $22.49, and a pair of jeans for $59. I'm going to just estimate, or let's say round. We'll use front end rounding. So $112 would round to $100. $22.49 would round to $20. And $59 would round to $60. To estimate how much money he needs, then we'll add these three together. So 100 plus 20 plus 60 is $180. He'll need approximately, you may need a little more, a little less, but approximately $180 to buy this pair of jeans. Okay, now there's 10 problems for you to work here and practice rounding a little bit more.